everyone, welcome back in my channel, my YouTube channel. This is Sir Phil of Sir Phil's channel, and if you're new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button to be updated on my latest videos. So today, we're going to discuss a new Mathematics 9 lesson included on the Most Essential Learning Competencies for the school year 2020 to 2021. Okay, so let us now continue with our series of the Mathematics 9 lessons. So today we're going to discuss solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So our objective in this lesson is to first recall the techniques on completing a perfect square trinomial as well as the converting perfect square trinomial to a square of binomial. Also, the step-by-step process in solving quadratic equation by completing the square, we need to recall also the skills from solving quadratic equations by extracting the square root. So today we're going to discuss the step-by-step process on how to solve a quadratic equation by completing the square. This is the third method that we're going to discuss in solving quadratic equations. So let us now proceed with the concept. Okay, so let's have first a quick recall on how to complete a perfect square trinomial as well as converting it into a square of binomial. In an expression x squared plus bx or x squared minus bx, add the term b over 2 quantity squared to complete the square. If you can remember, to get the third term of our perfect square trinomial, all we have to do is to get the numerical coefficient of the middle term or the second term, which is represented by b, and then we divide it by 2, and then we square the result, and that will be the third term of our perfect square trinomial. So let's have a recall of the process. Suppose we are given x squared plus 4x plus blank. So to obtain that, we do this. That is quantity b over 2 quantity squared. So the value of b, if you can still remember on the general form of quadratic equation, that is the coefficient of x, which is 4. So that will be 4 divided by 2, which is 2. And then we're going to square the result. 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. And then we're going to add the resulting value to the third term of the given perfect square trinomial. So that will become x squared plus 4x plus 4. And then we also convert it into a square of binomial. So that will become the square root of x squared, which is x, and then plus, copy the sign of the middle term, and then the square root of 4, which is 2 quantity squared. So this is now our square of binomial. So we can also have it if we have x squared minus 8x plus blank. The same manner, we're gonna get the coefficient of the middle term, which is 8, divided by 2, which is 4, and then square the result. That is 4 times 4 equal to 16. So that will be the third term. We're going to add it on the perfect square trinomial to complete it. So that will become x squared minus 8x plus 16, and then convert it into a square binomial. Get the square root of x squared, that is x, and then copy the sign of the middle term minus, and then the square root of 16 is 4 quantity squared. So please remember this because we're going to apply this on one of the steps in solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So are you ready? So let us now discuss the step-by-step process of completing the square. So we have here the step 1. We're going to divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. So a is the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term. So later we're going to demonstrate that. Step 2, we transfer the constant term at the right side of the equation. That is using by the addition property of equality. For step 3, we're going to add quantity b over 2 squared both sides to make a perfect square trinomial on the left side. After that, step 4, express the perfect square trinomial at the left side as the square of binomial, just like what we did a while ago. Then simplify the right side. After that, step 5, we need to extract the square root of both sides. So we're going to apply extracting the square root, which is our first method in solving quadratic equation. And then step 6, we're going to solve the resulting linear equation. So let's start with giving the first example. So in this example, we are given 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 equal to 0. So the first step is to divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. So take note, a is the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term. So in this given example, the value of a is 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2. So that will become 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 all over 2 equal to 0 over 2. So by dividing, we simplify. That will become x squared plus 4x minus 5, that is 2 divided by 2, 1, that it will become x squared. 8 divided by 2 is 4, so positive 4x. And negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5, equal to 0 divided by 2, that is 0. So the resulting equation now is x squared plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. Next, step 2, we transfer the constant term at the right side of the equation. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. So using the addition property of equality, we eliminate negative 5 here. So to eliminate that, we add 5 both sides of the equation, or simply you transfer 5 on the other side of the equation. So this will become 0. So this will become x squared plus 4x equal to 0 plus 5, which is equal to positive 5. Or simply, you're just going to transfer negative 5 to the other side. So if this is negative, when you transfer it, it will become positive. So if it is positive, when you transfer it on the other side, that will become negative. So in our case, we have negative 5. So if you transfer that, that will become positive 5. So the resulting equation now is x squared plus 4x equal to 5. Let's have now step 3. So step 3, we're going to add quantity b over 2 quantity squared to both sides of the equation. Please take note that we have here on the left side x squared plus 4x, which is an incomplete trinomial. So what we're going to do is to complete that and make it a perfect square trinomial. So to do that, we get the numerical coefficient of the second term, which is 4. We divide it by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then we square 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. After that, add both sides. So we're going to add both sides 4. So that is x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 5 plus 4. Next is step 4. We need to express the perfect square trinomial at the left side as a square binomial, then simplify the right side. So we have here now the resulting equation, x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 5 plus 4. So all we have to do, we're going to write or rewrite or express this perfect square trinomial as a square binomial. And after that, we're going to simplify the right side. So this will become now the square root of x squared, which is x, copy the sign of the middle term, plus, and then the square root of the third term, square root of 4 is 2. Quantity squared equal to 5 plus 4, which is 9. So this is now our new equation, quantity x plus 2 quantity squared equal to 9. And then for step 5, we're going to extract the square root of both sides. So we have here now the resulting equation. So all we have to do is to extract the square root of both sides. So this will become square root of x plus 2 quantity squared equal to the square root of 9. So when we get the square root of this will become x plus 2. No, we cancel now the square. So the remaining expression is x plus 2 equal to the square root of 9, which is positive and negative 3. So as you can see now for step 6, we're going to solve the resulting linear equation. So by this, we have two different linear equations. One is using positive 3, and then the other one is using negative 3. So let us have first the first set, that is x plus 2 equal to positive 3. So let's solve first for the value of x. So to do that, using the addition property of equality, we eliminate positive 2 here. So to eliminate that, we're going to subtract 2 in the both sides of the equation. So that will become x plus 2 minus 2 equal to 3 minus 2. So this will become now 0. So 3 minus 2 is equal to positive 1. Or simply, you transfer this 2 to the other side of the equation. So that will become 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So the first value of x is equal to 1. Next, let us have now negative 3. So this is now x plus 2 equal to negative 3. Again, using the addition property of equality, we subtract 2 both sides of the equation. So x plus 2 minus 2 equal to negative 3 minus 2. Or simply you transfer positive 2 to the other side. That will become negative 3 minus 2. So you simplify, that is x equal to negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. So therefore, the solutions of 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 equal to 0 are positive 1 and negative 5. Okay, I think let's have another example. This time, let's do it step by step. Okay, so we have here x squared plus 10x plus 9 equal to 0. So we go over now with the steps. So the first thing to do, as you can see now, we don't have, for step 1, we don't have the numerical coefficient of x squared. So if this happens, we skip step 1. So since we don't have the numerical coefficient for the quadratic term, so skip step 1. We will now proceed with step 2. So we're going to transfer now positive 9 to the other side of the equation. That's why it will become x squared plus 10x equal to negative 9. After that, we complete the perfect square trinomial by dividing 10 by 2. So that is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And then square 5. 5 times 5 is 25. And then we're going to add 25 to both sides of the equation. So that will become x squared plus 10x plus 25 equal to negative 9 plus 25. Next, we're going to convert this perfect square trinomial into a square of binomial. So the square root of x squared is x. Copy the sign of the middle term, positive, and then the square root of the third term, the square root of 25 is 5. Quantity squared equal to, simplify the right side, negative 9 plus 25 is equal to 16. After that, extract the square root of both sides of the equation. So that will become square root of x plus 5, quantity squared equal to the square root of 16. And then we simplify. The remaining expression now is x plus 5 equal to the square root of 16, which is positive and negative 4. So this is now our new equation. And then we can create two different linear equations. That is the first one using the positive 4 and then the other one using negative 4. So that is x plus 5 equal to 4 and x plus 5 equal to negative 4. Next is to transfer positive 5 to the other side of the equation. So that will become x equal to 4 minus 5, and then the other one we have x equal to negative 4 minus 5. So that's the difference. And then we solve for the value of x. For the first x, we have 4 minus 5. That is equivalent now to negative 1. And then for the second x, we have negative 4 minus 5, which is equal now to negative 9. So therefore, the solutions of x squared plus 10x plus 9 equal to 0 are negative 1 and negative 9. Let's have our last example. Okay, so we have here 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 equal to 0. Again, what is the first step? Very good. So we're going to divide both sides of the equation by the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term. So in this case, the numerical coefficient is 4. So we divide both sides of the equation by 4. So this will what will happen? So by dividing 4 divided by 4, we have now x squared, negative 32 divided by 4, that is negative 8x. You copy x, and then 28 divided by 4 is positive 7, equal to 0 divided by 4 is 0. The next step is to transfer positive 7 or the constant term to the other side of the equation using the addition property of equality. So this that will become now x squared minus 8x equal to negative 7. And then we're going to complete the left side. So we divide 8 by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then square 4, that is 4 times 4 equal to 16. So meaning we're going to add 16 to both sides of the equation. So that will become x squared minus 8x plus 16 equal to negative 7 plus 16. And then we convert this into a square of binomial. So that will become the square root of x squared x. Copy the sign of the middle term minus, then the square root of the third term 16. Square root of 16 is 4. Quantity squared. Simplify the right side. Negative 7 plus 16 is positive 9. After that, we extract the square root of both sides of the equation. So that is square root of x minus 4 quantity squared equal to square root of 9. After that, the remaining equation now is x minus 4 equal to positive and negative 3. So this time we're going to solve the two linear equations. The first one using positive 3 and then the other one using negative 3. So this is x minus 4 equal to positive 3 and x minus 4 equal to negative 3. Again, we transfer negative 4 to the other side of the equation. This is what will happen. This is x equal to positive 3 plus 4. Next, x is equal to negative 3 plus 4. And then we simplify. The first x is 3 plus 4, which is equal to positive 7. And then the second x, negative 3 plus 4, that is equal to positive 1. So therefore, the solutions of 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 equal to 0 are positive 7 and positive 1. So I think we're done with the discussion of solving quadratic equations by completing the square. So you practice that so that you will learn the skill, which is this is very important. So the prerequisite of this video is the previous video, which is completing perfect square trinomial and converting it to its factor, which is a square binomial. So before watching this video, make sure that you watch that video, because the secret in math is practice. So you need to practice. Okay, again, thank you for watching. This is Sir Phil, and this is Sir Phil's channel. See you again on the next video for Mathematics 9 lesson. What do you think? The fourth method of solving quadratic equations, which is using the quadratic formula. Okay? Thank you for watching. This is Sir Phil, and this is Sir Phil's channel.